Indeed, it is my distinct pleasure to join you for the inaugural Afro-Asian Fintech Festival. And to this, we thank our two co-hosts, the Central Bank of Kenya and the Monetary Authority of Singapore, for convening this festival. Without a doubt, Nairobi is delighted to play host to the world's first Afro-Asia Fintech convocation. Distinguished delegates, as I just said earlier, I'm also delighted to welcome my good friend, Senior Minister Tharman, and his delegation, which features representation from over 120 Singaporean companies, just over a year after his last visit to Kenya. Your visit and the growing partnership between our two monetary regulators, as evidenced by the co-hosting of this forum, is further testament of the deepening of the relationship between Singapore and Kenya. Indeed, I salute all central bank governors, regulators, captains of industry, but most importantly, our young people, drawn from around the globe, and I welcome you all to this wonderful country of Kenya. The world today is in the midst of an unprecedented revolution in the information and technology arena, one which has impacted every sector of the economy and social life, bringing peoples and nations together and making the world a true global village. Properly harnessed and channeled, innovations in information and technology are a sure path to greater freedom, prosperity, and fraternity for all humanity. In governance, the use of technology and new ways to gather, store, interpret, and disseminate information has provided new and exciting frontiers in the delivery of public goods and services. Financial technology, in particular, presents an opportunity for deepening of trade and investment links across the globe, as evidenced by this forum, which seeks to strengthen and expand the millennia of economic and social links between our two great continents by building a digital bridge between Africa and Asia. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to join me in applauding the Central Bank of Kenya and the Monetary Authority of Singapore for their signing of a Memorandum of Understanding that will underpin cooperation in innovation between our two central banks. This being the first ever such Memorandum of Understanding between an African country and a counterpart in Asia. I am pleased to note that the MOU sets the foundation for joint innovation projects on the application of key emerging technologies such as digital mobile payments, blockchain, big data, and artificial intelligence. These projects will enhance the digital infrastructure in both countries and catalyze trade and investment between Asia and Africa. In Kenya, citizens began to trade goods and services with mobile phone airtime units. This was what inspired M-Pesa, a revolutionary money transfer platform that has radically transformed the conduct of business across all sectors of our economy, and a transformative solution that has gained global acclaim in enhancing financial inclusion. The M-Pesa money transfer has in effect become a global poster child for financial services innovation. As our Minister for Finance has said, riding on mobile phone financial services across access to financial services in Kenya has more than tripled from 26% in 2006 to 82% in 2019. More importantly, mobile phone financial services have lifted thousands of Kenyans out of poverty and enhanced their livelihoods. We are scoring astounding accomplishments as a result of Fintech. Technology-driven financial inclusion is not a success story that is limited to Kenya alone, but rather one which is evidenced in every other African country. All African countries have driven transformation of their financial inclusion landscape by leveraging on mobile phone technology in one way or another. Indeed, Africa has one of the fastest growing mobile phone adoption and penetration rates globally. However, with a continental average penetration rate of approximately 44% against a global average of approximately 66%, Africa still has tremendous space for growth in mobile phone penetration and the attendant opportunities in delivery of financial services through mobile phones. Here in Kenya, other groundbreaking innovations, including M-Copper, a service delivery innovation in the power and lighting subsector, has enabled many rural households to receive solar lighting, thus liberating families from the time-consuming pursuit of firewood and kerosene fuels, while also enabling children to study longer at night. Similarly, and again has been mentioned, the government has recognized the vast, untapped potential of capital raising through issuance of bonds accessible to ordinary Kenyans for whom traditional investment and brokerage platforms are inconvenient or remote. In that vein, in 2017, the government of Kenya, in conjunction with private sector players, launched a mobile-centric government bond which enables Kenyans with as little as $30 to participate in government securities market. M-Akiba provides a saving mechanism for ordinary Kenyans who can save up to $1 a day and at the end of 30 days invest in government securities. For my government, our key motivation in rolling out this product was to democratize access to financial services and to give a space at the heart of the financial system to every Kenyan, no matter their location, social, or economic status. In this, we are indeed scoring once again astounding accomplishments. Aside from introduction of new ways for Kenyans to invest and for the government of Kenya to access debt financing from domestic sources, my government has also long sought to develop ways in which MSMEs can surmount the traditional constraints to access to loans that arise from lack of collateral or credit information history. I was therefore very pleased when a consortium of Kenyan banks, convened by the Central Bank of Kenya, launched a revolutionary MSME credit financing scheme that we dubbed STAWI, which in Swahili means prosper. STAWI, whose pilot was launched in May of 2019, targets to provide MSMEs with an anytime, anywhere product that leverages on both traditional and non-traditional sources of credit, information, particularly digital payment footprints, arising from mobile money transactions in order to allow banks to form an accurate credit appraisal of MSMEs for the purpose of credit rating. The use of big data and artificial intelligence that the product is built on, in effect, de-risks the MSMEs and enables the reduction of credit costs. These and other innovations in Fintech are a tremendous success, but they have been achieved by Kenya in a relatively short period of time. But this does not mean that we will rest on our laurels, but instead, we must continue to explore even greater ways to bring the full benefits of the digital economy to all Kenyans. It was with this imperative in mind that earlier in the year, I launched Kenya's Digital Economy Blueprint in Kigali, Rwanda in May of this year. The vision of the blueprint is a digitally empowered citizenry living in a digitally enabled society. We aspire for a Kenya where every citizen, enterprise, and organization has digital access and the capacity to participate and thrive in the digital economy. So, ladies and gentlemen, Fintech festivals such as this provide an opportunity for exchange of ideas and experiences, as well as two-way learning. It is imperative that this festival provides concrete deliverables that can be adopted as new solutions or strengthening of existing ones. It is also important that Fintech provides an enabling space for the participation of our young people, who are the drivers of new information age and the new economy. I therefore congratulate both the Central Bank of Kenya and the Monetary Authority of Singapore for inviting the youth from our universities and from startup fintech space to participate in this event. In particular, I welcome the launch of the Global Hackathon at this festival, the first of its kind in this region. I've been informed that the hackathon will provide young fintech entrepreneurs with the opportunity to showcase their skills and their potential solutions to problem statements on sustainable finance. Thereafter, they will be afforded with mentoring opportunities so that they may enhance their skills and knowledge bases and also develop their solutions. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I look forward not to just collaborations between governments at this festival, but also the various private sector entities represented here from Africa, Asia, and beyond. It is only through such public and private sector collaborations and partnerships that we can build truly robust and resilient digital economies that leave no one behind and score outstanding accomplishments for all our citizenry. In conclusion, beyond this festival, I indeed urge all our visitors to take some little time out to experience magical Kenya's scenic attractions and also the warm hospitality of our people. Indeed, as I was reminded earlier, the timing of this festival coincides with the legendary theater of the Masai Mara National Reserve, which we call the Wildebeest Migration. And I urge all of you, including you, my friend, to find time to get out there. She'll take you, don't worry. Yeah. She'll accompany you. Monica ukikataa kumpeleka shauri yako wewe. So that indeed when you go back home and as you travel the world, we want you to tell all you meet about what you witnessed here, the beauty and the promise that is Kenya and Africa, our values and the hopes and dreams of our children. Kenya, East Africa and the African continent are without a doubt rising. Our continent is open for business, and we urge all of you to join hands with us in building a better and more prosperous world for all our people.